Everybody scratching their head, really contemplating and thinking about everything that had transpired from Caitlin Clark's rookie year all the way until now. Now, your boy John Liquidator have been trying to tell y'all, I've been telling y'all, something is going on with these WNBA players and the way they react to Caitlin Clark. It is what it is. The referees has a secret agenda, the players got a secret agenda, and Sophie Cunningham put nail in the coffins to the whole thing. Now, it's kind of like she's kind of backpedaling off what Stephanie White said. Now, Stephanie White.
ESPN has recently acknowledged concerning patterns within the WNBA regarding Caitlin Clark facing deliberate targeting from opposing players. The sports network has finally recognized unusual and troubling developments in professional women's basketball concerning how Clark has been treated by fellow WNBA athletes. Officials appear to maintain questionable officiating standards, creating an environment where aggressive play against Clark seems more acceptable. Sophie Cunningham launched her new podcast program recently, generating significant online attention and viewership numbers. A particular segment from this podcast episode caught widespread attention, prompting discussions about Clark's entire rookie season experiences and ongoing challenges.
Kind of backpedaling off what Stephanie White said. Now, Stephanie White has stated in a press conference that it was almost like a hidden truth that you can get away with a little bit more aggressiveness when you playing against Caitlin Clark. Now, this is what Sophie Cunningham stated yesterday. Let's give it a listen.
You have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlin. We call her CC. For even when I wasn't on her team. Like I know the talks that
observers have consistently noted something peculiar about how WNBA players respond to Clark's presence on the court. Referees seemingly operate with hidden motivations, while players demonstrate their own concealed intentions. Cunningham's statements support previous comments made by Stephanie White during press conferences. White had indicated there existed an unspoken understanding that more physical play was permissible when competing against Clark. These revelations suggest coordinated efforts to challenge the young star through increased physicality.
I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're going to prove her. We're going to show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like, I get it to a certain extent. And like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them. But there's just more for her. So it's her second year. And like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like, actually it's just too much. Like you have seen players in our league.
Now that was her speaking about Caitlin Clark and this whole situation.
During her podcast appearance, Cunningham revealed specific details about league dynamics. She discussed how various players throughout the WNBA have attempted to physically intimidate Clark, commonly referred to as CC among teammates. Even before joining Clark's team, Cunningham was aware of locker room discussions within Phoenix regarding their approach to facing Clark. Team conversations centered around proving points and demonstrating what professional women's basketball truly represents. While acknowledging that rookie players typically face some level of initiation, Cunningham emphasized that Clark experiences disproportionate treatment.
And this whole situation with these referees and players, and just like she stated, in the locker room, there was like a secret sauce to like you could get away with stuff and we're going to target her to make it a thing. Now, ESPN just stated this, and this right here has broken the damn internet. Listen to this.
I think Caitlin's had a little bit of a target on her back probably since she came into the league. She pushes back though, Ramona.
Yeah,
right there. Did y'all hear him? Caitlin Clark has
now in her second season, having joined Clark's team, Cunningham questions the excessive nature of the targeting. She describes the situation as going beyond reasonable boundaries, expressing concern about the intensity of efforts directed toward Clark. ESPN commentators have directly addressed these issues during broadcasts. They acknowledge that Clark has faced consistent targeting since entering the league, while noting her tendency to respond assertively to physical play. Analysis suggests this represents more than typical rookie hazing, as described by Cunningham.
Though, Ramona.
Yeah,
right there. Did y'all hear him? Caitlin Clark has definitely had a target on her back since she got into the league.
That is just hazing. Some of that is exactly what Sophie said. But I also think that she's defined herself as the enforcer now. And I think the fact that her teammates have her back and they're going to stand up for her is what they've been waiting for. The question is, will the refs?
I think.
And that has been the whole saga, man. That has been the whole saga of this whole Caitlin Clark debate. Is the referees going to stand up for her, or
Clark has established herself as someone who stands up to aggressive play, with teammates increasingly supporting her during confrontations. The ongoing question remains whether referees will provide adequate protection or if these issues will continue receiving insufficient attention. This situation represents a significant concern for professional women's basketball, potentially damaging the league's reputation and integrity. ESPN analysts also discussed the Indiana Fever's championship potential, with Clark's health status serving as a crucial factor. Some experts classify the team as legitimate contenders, while others express skepticism due to injury concerns.
Or is it just finally coming into light that there is a real issue in regards to Caitlin Clark that no one's talking about? Because there is a hidden truth to everything that was said, that she is being targeted, man. And I'm telling you right now, this is not a good look for the WNBA. This is not a good look at all. Now, ESPN went on to talk about something else in the Caitlin Clark department, that is the Indiana Fever been real contenders for the WNBA championship. Listen to
Clark's availability directly impacts the team's competitive prospects, with her presence essential for championship aspirations. The podcast Show Me Something represents a collaboration between Cunningham and West Wilson, longtime friends from Columbia, Missouri. This program combines sports coverage with popular culture discussions, joining a growing lineup of content from Volume Entertainment. The company, owned by Colin Cowherd from FS1, manages various podcast personalities and programming. Cunningham provided additional insights about Clark's personality during the podcast, describing her as unexpectedly playful and relaxed despite public perceptions.
WNBA championship. Listen to this right here.
Pretender feels a little rough. You get the gist, though. If you believe in a dream,
It's okay with it. Don't be soft.
Okay. Well, coach is calling us soft, so I guess we need to get on board. Let's see who's contending, and if not, are they a pretender? First up, let's talk about the Indiana Fever here. Coming into the season, super high expectations for Indiana. Can they still contend, do you think, Drea, this year? Contend for a title?
Are we writing this down?
At 23 years old, Clark maintains a youthful, carefree attitude off the court, preferring comfortable clothing and maintaining a low-key lifestyle. This contrasts sharply with her intense on-court presence and the serious nature of targeting allegations. The podcast segment addressing Clark's treatment gained particular attention online. Cunningham detailed conversations she witnessed in Phoenix locker rooms, where teams specifically planned to challenge Clark physically and demonstrate league toughness. These planned approaches to targeting individual players raise serious questions about league policies and player safety protocols.
That is a yes.
Because someone just handed me this.
Yes, we're writing it down.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
using the highest
Is
technology.
Indiana
Yes.
contender, pretender?
Yeah.
I just put a C. I have them as a contender.
Well, there's an asterisk there.
There's an asterisk because I think Caitlin Clark has to be healthy for them to be a
The C is also for Caitlin Clark.
Well, that's fine.
I'm going with pretender just because of the question mark. You've got to be consistent.
Yep.
And I think getting her back on the floor, yes. Then I might change my answer. But right now, I think pretender.
That was a very loud.
Cunningham also discussed how a particular incident significantly increased her social media following, jumping from 200,000 to over 350,000 TikTok followers and gaining over 1 million Instagram followers overnight. This viral moment demonstrates the intense public interest surrounding WNBA conflicts and player interactions. The podcast continues gaining viewership, with thousands of views within hours of release. The program features WNBA star Cunningham alongside Wilson, offering unique perspectives on professional basketball and entertainment culture. These revelations about targeting practices within the WNBA parallel historical incidents in other professional sports, where players face deliberate attempts at injury through coordinated team efforts.
Else, if you were like Disney, this ain't Disney. This is real life. All right. So you would want to cast a blonde, a beautiful blonde, a tan blonde, et cetera, and so on and so forth, right? Well, Sophie Cunningham has broken the internet in multiple ways over the last day. And number one, let's just start here because, I mean, my goodness, a couple of things have come out. Number one, how about her podcast? She's already got
Such practices, when proven, typically result in league investigations and disciplinary actions. The admission of planned targeting strategies against Clark suggests potential violations of professional sports conduct standards. The situation...
Number one, how about her podcast? She's already got 122,000 views in one damn day. And that's just the YouTube side. This podcast, I believe, is on the Volume, which is Colin Cowherd's podcast network. So that's a lot of views. That's a lot of views for a first episode. Here it is. All right. And her channel is
The Phoenix Mercury player, whose appearance aligns closely with traditional doll aesthetics, has generated significant online discussion through various activities and statements. Cunningham's physical characteristics match conventional beauty standards associated with iconic toy figures, featuring blonde hair, attractive features, and a tanned complexion. These attributes have contributed to her viral status across digital platforms. The basketball player's new podcast venture has achieved remarkable early success, accumulating approximately 122,000 views within its initial 24-hour period exclusively on YouTube. The show, titled Show Me Something, operates under Colin Cowherd's Volume Podcast Network, representing exceptional performance metrics for a debut episode.
Here it is. All right. And her channel is called Show Me Something. That's also the name of the podcast. So let's start here. Let's start with the Caitlin Clark thing. Okay. Sophie Cunningham, I think, stated the obvious. And don't worry, we'll get to the Arby's. She stated the obvious yesterday. They were talking about Caitlin Clark, and we keep telling you Caitlin Clark's the face of the league.
During podcast discussions, Cunningham addressed topics surrounding Caitlin Clark's position within women's basketball. The Mercury player expressed strong opinions regarding Clark's status within the sport. The situation genuinely frustrates me when individuals claim she isn't our sport's primary representative, Cunningham stated during the conversation. When questioned about alternative candidates, Cunningham dismissed suggestions, including mentions of Sabrina Ionescu. While our league contains numerous talented and recognized athletes, and credit belongs where deserved, arguing against her leadership role or suggesting our current success exists independently of her contributions demonstrates complete ignorance, Cunningham declared emphatically.
We keep telling you Caitlin Clark's the face of the league. Well, Sophie Cunningham also wanted to tell everybody.
And it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Sabrina? No.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league, or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
The straightforward commentary received positive reception, with many appreciating Cunningham's direct approach and unambiguous language regarding Clark's significance. Cunningham appears uniquely positioned as someone genuinely supporting Clark within the professional basketball community. While other players may offer support, Cunningham's advocacy seems particularly authentic and consistent. Recently, Cunningham appeared at a Chicago Sky game wearing distinctive apparel that achieved viral status. Subsequently, she released promotional content, including video material and multiple photographs.
Our league, or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as fuck. And it literally like...
No nonsense. Bravo. Bravo with the you're dumb as shit. You're dumb as F. If you think Caitlin Clark is not the face of the league, of course she is. By the way, sometimes I've just got to say it. Sometimes I feel like she's the only player in the entire league that actually and truly has Caitlin Clark.
Her social media posts featured collaborations with the restaurant chain Arby's, utilizing their signature slogan in promotional materials. The campaign included provocative imagery and messaging that generated substantial online engagement. Arby's official social media accounts responded enthusiastically to Cunningham's content, further amplifying the collaboration's reach. The partnership announcement garnered significant attention across platforms. Individual posts accumulated tens of thousands of views, with some reaching hundreds of thousands of impressions.
He has Caitlin Clark's back. I'm just keeping it real. Like, she's it. Now, I know there's other ones that we think have Caitlin Clark's back, but this one in particular, she seems like the one that truly has her back. All right. So the other day, Sophie came sauntering into the Chicago Sky game wearing a shirt that went viral.
The marketing campaign's visual elements and messaging strategy proved highly effective in generating audience engagement. One particular video associated with the collaboration exceeded 830,000 views, demonstrating the campaign's viral potential and broad appeal across demographic segments. The promotional content sparked varied reactions across social media platforms. Some content creators and commentators began sharing and discussing the campaign, with individual posts receiving substantial view counts ranging from 30,000 to over 1 million impressions. Marketing analysts have characterized the collaboration as among the most strategically sound promotional decisions executed by fast food companies in recent memory.
Into the Chicago Sky game wearing a shirt that went viral. Well, here we are. She's now released a little video and some multiple images, and today she put out this statement. I have the meats. At Arby's right here, and I have no idea what she got paid for this, but hot girls eat Arby's right here.
The campaign's success highlights effective influencer partnership strategies and demonstrates the power of authentic brand alignment. Cunningham's rising profile has led to speculation about her potential ranking among the sport's most recognizable personalities. Industry observers suggest she may achieve significant popularity within women's basketball, potentially reaching high-profile status. The sustained attention surrounding Cunningham has been characterized as a takeover period, with her influence extending across multiple media channels and marketing partnerships.
I decided to turn that down. I don't know if that's a song that's going to get copyrighted or not. But she put this out, and this entire thing has broken the internet. Number one, let me point something out here. I have the meats. The official's Arby's social media site answered her.
This period represents a significant moment in her professional trajectory and public recognition. The combination of her podcast success, brand partnerships, and outspoken support for fellow players positions Cunningham as an emerging influential voice within women's professional basketball. Her ability to generate discussion and engagement across various platforms demonstrates her marketability and appeal to diverse audiences. The convergence of authentic personality, strategic partnerships, and timely commentary has created a unique moment where Cunningham's influence extends beyond traditional basketball coverage into broader entertainment and marketing spheres.